Hi guys, AzureAce here and welcome to the Heart headlines and my Jump Festa 2017 Kingdom Hearts 2.8 trailer, the final 2.8 trailer of 2016. I did say in my live reaction that it was the last trailer of 2016, like entirely, but no, I think I was wrong there. I think that there's a 1.5 and 2.5 trailer still to come, so you know, expect that pretty damn soon. So this is just my trailer analysis, and you know, I did one for TGS, I believe. I think I did one for TGS. I know I did one for some sort of 2.8 trailer. I'll have to go back and look at that. But in this trailer, a lot of things got revealed. A lot of different things. We got so many new bits of the lore, we saw so many new cutscenes, we saw some more 0.2 gameplay. It was just, oh, it looks so damn good. But for this trailer, not going to be talking about any of the Dream Drop Distance stuff. We all know about that stuff. Doesn't need to be talked about. So without further ado, let's just get right into the trailer. First of all, I'm just going to play the trailer along, show you guys, and then I'm going to go by bit and see what we can talk about in this trailer.
If we are ever to strike down Xehanort, 7 sleeping keyholes must be found and unlocked.
You've been here many times, relived again and again, like deja vu.
What's written in the last page of the book is gonna happen.
We're here to make sure that light lives on.
If we don't do something, light will expire.
But Master, isn't there anything we can do?
Terra, Ben.
Aqua, can you see me?
Of course. I see Ven too.
Wait, you know this place, Aqua?
I visited once, and I met 2 boys I considered passing the Keyblade on to.
Sora saved me once. And I heard him call my name.
There are so many hearts that are connected to yours. Sora, see? That's why it has to be you.
Everyone wants to know about the lost page.
If everyone's collecting light solely for themselves.
May your heart be your guiding key. I say it all the time. You ultimately need to do what your heart feels is right.
May our hearts be our guiding key.
There's a phrase no one's used in ages.
It's something I like to try and remember.
You were gone a long time. What were you doing?
Secret. I'm back!
So the trailer starts off with the part of the 0.2 opening with Mickey coming down from Sora's Station of Awakening and attacking Terranort and Vanitas with Aqua. Then we get a couple of little cuts of each game with the logos appearing. A couple of very, very interesting things right here. So first I'm going to show you and then we're just going to go straight through it. So first we get, you know, Dream Drop Distance, we don't care about that stuff. Then we get back cover, we see the clock tower, we see the Master of Masters talking to the Foretellers, we see Gula looking like he's going to talk to Ava, we see Ira looking like he's objecting to something, we see Akirathi, we see the darkened streets of Daybreak Town, we see Luxu or Lushu or whoever you want to call him holding Master Xehanort's Keyblade, or rather I guess his Keyblade, and we see Ava sitting at the fountain. Nothing too interesting on the back cover side of things, but on the 0.2 side of things, that's where the interesting things lie. First we see Destiny Islands. That's right, we'll be visiting Destiny, I can't speak. we will be visiting Destiny Islands in 0.2. That's just absolutely insane, but it's not the Destiny Islands we know of, it's the one from Kingdom Hearts 1 in the End of the World when Sora fought with Ansem, so that's very interesting to see that. And one thing I should really note as well is, during this trailer, in the Destiny Islands segments, we never see Mickey with the Kingdom Key D, we see him with the Star Seeker. Star Seeker is what he used in Birth by Sleep. So that's very interesting to note. This might take place before Kingdom Hearts 1. Next we see Aqua's Wayfinder falling into Mickey's hand from the previous trailer. Then we see Aqua about to fight her mirror self. Then we see Aqua facing off against the huge horde of Darksides from the TGS trailer with the massive ball in the sky. Then we see none other than the Keyblade Graveyard. Very interested to see how that plays into 0.2. Then we see my girl Kairi over here. She's looking fantastic and looks like she has a bit of a speaking role too. Then we see Aqua looking into like the mirror, but it looks weird because Aqua's looking into a mirror, but behind her you can see the mirror, so I don't know what's going on with that. I guess maybe some parts of the maps and some parts of the worlds are going to be cut off to us, I don't know. Then we see Vent and Terra walking into the Forest of Thorns, like the screenshot we got, and I believe it was like either a Dengeki or a Famitsu magazine article. And next we get into the gameplay segments of this trailer, or well, some of the gameplay segments. So I'm just going to do what I did before, let it play through for you guys, and then we're going to talk about it. So first we see Aqua slash through like the thorns to get through them, and then we get shown a brand new feature, something we have been asking for the longest time. You can now customize Aqua's character. That's right, oh my god, you can use different items and accessories to customize Aqua's look. The options we see here are head, arms, back and pattern, as well as colour, but that seems to be kind of blacked out. The head choices we see are Antenna, Marie, Figaro, Minnie Mouse Ears Red Bow and Minnie Mouse Ears Blue Bow. For arms we see Mystic Pauldron, Arm Plate, Voltaic Arm Plate, Arm Guards and Flawless Arm Guards. For back we have Radiant Ornament and Wings, and for pattern we have a bunch of different options, as you can see here. Now we don't know if Aqua gets these via like chests or from doing certain things in the Realm of Darkness, but I am very excited by this prospect, which means we may possibly have this sort of customization in Kingdom Hearts 3. That in and of itself can be a completely separate video, and just wow, just so many things that can be added into Kingdom Hearts 3 as accessories. Another thing from this scene is the menu itself. The options are Objectives, Wardrobe, Customize, Story, Config and Help. Customize will probably be for like equipment, items, keyblades, things like that, and Wardrobe will be for accessories, and Story will be kind of like Jiminy's journal. One more thing to note is that the player has been playing for 4 hours and 28 minutes. That is a lot of time just for this small game. This is a very small game, and bear in mind, I believe it was Nomura, but somebody said that 0.2 is about the length of a world in Kingdom Hearts 3. If Kingdom Hearts 3 has the same amount of worlds as Kingdom Hearts 2, which it has the most worlds at 15 worlds, that would mean that we could be looking at anywhere between 60 and 75 hours of story. And I think we're all kind of like certain that Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to have way more worlds than any game we've seen yet. I personally think 20 would work perfectly for Kingdom Hearts 3, and if that were the case, we would be looking at anywhere between 80 and 100 hours of story. That would be utterly insane if that were to happen. Then we just see Aqua running with the customised armour pieces for a few scenes, and we get a major confirmation. For the first time ever, Mickey will be a support character, and by that I mean like Donald and Goofy. he will appear at your side and you'll see him in the game. The only other time this has ever happened is in Birth by Sleep. Now, like I mentioned before, he has the Star Seeker, as you can see in this image here. That's obvious to see. And next we see some flow motion goodness from Aqua. She's grinding on what looks like a vine or a thorn or something like that. She's using her double flight ability to avoid punches down on the vines by the dark sides at the side of the screen. Now the next thing we see is something I'm very excited about, and that is a dark side boss fight. That is perfectly good stuff. The iconic first ever Kingdom Hearts boss is returning in 0.2 with a fight against Aqua. We can see from this scene that the dark side has about 5 bars of HP, not too shabby, a lot more than what the dark side in Kingdom Hearts 1 had. We also see a bunch of them standing around the fight area, so I don't know if they'll be getting involved, or we'll have to fight them too, or they're just going to throw on side attacks while you fight the main dark side. But another thing to note is that we are on what I believe to be the path to the Castle of the Enchanted Dominion. We can also see above the command menu, every time Aqua attacks, a little arrow appears, so we could possibly now have a sort of indication in the game of how far we are into a combo, which is very interesting. The dark side also has this amazing new looking lightning attack that goes in multiple directions. Then we get an absolute whopper of a fight. We see Aqua fighting what I believe is the upgraded Devil's Wave that Nomura was talking about, who has not 4, not 5, not 6 bars of HP, but 13 bars of HP. Jesus Christ, man, that's a lot of HP. Aqua's also fighting in Destiny Islands. We see Aqua comboing it a couple of times, throwing in some Faragas and Blizzagas. Then we see Mickey almost like kind of smash the Heartless apart, and Aqua uses something very interesting. She uses the chain move technique that Ericus and the armor of the Master used in Birth by Sleep and Birth by Sleep Final Mix. Very interesting to see there. Aqua and Mickey also use a move very similar to the Faith Reaction command in Kingdom Hearts 2, with Sora and Minnie using light to blast the enemies away. One more thing to note here is that this looks like a D-Link move, or a command style, or a limit or something like that, as in the bottom left it says Wayfinder above the command menu. So there's more Dream Drop Distance stuff, and we get into some very interesting back cover stuff. So as always, I'm going to show you the clip and then we will talk about it.
What's written in the last page of the book is going to happen. We're here to make sure that light lives on.
If we don't do something, light will expire.
But Master, isn't there anything we can do?
So first we see the Master of Masters looking out at the Daybreak Town clock tower, and he says what's written in the last page of the book is going to happen, obviously referencing the lost page and the fact that the Keyblade War is inevitable. We then see Ira reading the Book of Prophecies at the page about the dark side, saying, "We're here to make sure that light lives on." Next we see Gula, Ava and Envy facing off against Aced, with him saying a very familiar line, guys. He says, "If we don't do something, light will expire." Very familiar indeed. Then we see Ava kneeling down at the very iconic symbol of Ki, the dandelion flowers, saying, "But Master, isn't there anything we can do?" We swap back to 0.2 and here is the clip.
Terra, Ven.
Aqua, can you see me?
Of course. I see Ven too.
Wait, you know this place, Aqua?
I visited once, and I met 2 boys I considered passing the Keyblade on to.
So we see Aqua running up to my boys, Terra and Ven. She shouts, "Terra, Ven," then very weirdly, Terra turns around and asks her, "Aqua, can you see me?" This is very odd, and Aqua replies, "Of course, I see Ven too." We then shift to a scene with Aqua and Mickey on the ruined Destiny Islands from Kingdom Hearts 1. No idea how they got there still. It could very well be possible that Aqua maybe tried to save Sora from Ansem, but got there a little too late. Mickey asks Aqua, "Wait, you know this place, Aqua?" And Aqua replies, "I visited it once, and I met 2 boys I considered passing the Keyblade to." And we got a very nice flashback of Aqua meeting Sora and Riku as kids in Birth by Sleep. That was a very nice touch, I feel. We get into some more Dream Drop Distance stuff and immediately get right back into back cover. So here's the clip and then we'll talk about it.
Everyone wants to know about the lost page.
If everyone's collecting light solely for themselves,
May your heart be your guiding key. I say it all the time. You ultimately need to do what your heart feels is right.
We see Gullah in an alleyway, and I believe it's Gullah, but he says, everyone wants to know about the lost page. We switch to a fight between Envy and Aced, and I must say, man, the fight looks absolutely incredible. Envy says, if everyone's collecting light solely for themselves, it feels like she's going somewhere with that, but she gets cut off by who I believe is Luxu, saying something that ties into 0.2 very heavily, as you'll see in a minute. May your heart be your guiding key. I say it all the time. He continues saying, you ultimately need to do what your heart feels is right. And we get more cuts of back cover. We see Envy with her scarf down being pat on the head by either Luxu or the Master. We then see Akirathi in a little bubble thing, and I must say it looks so adorable, I love it. We then see a major detail. We see either the Master of Masters or Luxu tearing out the lost page, so it's definitely one of them that takes the lost page. We see Gullah and Ava kind of comforting each other. One of the biggest talking points in this trailer is this next cut. We see Luxu, and we know it's him because he's dragging Master Xehanort's Keyblade, dragging this huge black box with a very weird and unrecognisable symbol on it. Now you guys should know, I clocked right onto that. I'm like, what is this box? We've never seen this before in my live reaction, so obviously I'm going to talk about it now. So we see this unrecognisable symbol on it, and what appears, he appears to be in the Keyblade graveyard. So what is in this box? We have no idea. I've seen multiple theories being tossed around, possibly pointing to the fact that it contains what would be the 13 pieces of darkness needed to forge the Keyblade, or the Kaiblade as some people like to call it to differentiate, as this box looks to be measured out to having 20 locks on it, which is exactly what the Keyblade is made up of, 7 of light and 13 of darkness. Very, very excited to see how this develops in 2.8, and the final shot we see of back cover is Luxu, or the Master, on top of the clock tower. Now notice I said this is the last back cover piece we see in the trailer. Keep that in mind for this next final segment. So now we get into the final segment of the trailer. Let's watch the clip.
May our hearts be our guiding key.
there's a phrase no one's used in ages.
It's something I like to try and remember.
You were gone a long time. What were you doing?
Secret. I'm back!
We get a similar montage of cuts for 0.2. Mickey says to Aqua as she walks up to her, something you have just heard. May our hearts be our guiding key. And Aqua replies, there's a phrase no one's used in ages. This is huge. This is a major connection of key to 0.2. This could also give a metaphorical rebirth to, well, the rebirth theory. It seems like Luxu tells Envy that phrase, and who is Aqua thought to be the reincarnation of? Envy. Very big thing to note. Mickey follows with, it's something I like to try and remember. And now to the cuts. These cuts are very interesting. First we see Terranor almost like possessing Terra. Then we see Ventus being taken by this huge cloud of darkness. That's one thing I failed to notice in my live reaction. It's a very weird thing. Next we have Mickey finding the Kingdom Key D for the very first time. Very exciting stuff. Next two shots are very interesting as well. The first one is, we see a man in a black coat at the Keyblade graveyard, while Aqua, Ven and Terra, Xehanort and Vanitas are fighting. Or, well, it looks like it anyway, and the guy's holding Master Xehanort's Keyblade, so it's obviously Luxu that's at the war. Very, very odd, and if this is the Keyblade war, why is this scene stashed in with the 0.2 like cutscenes? Very, very weird and very nice detail, and Nomura thinks he's trolling us, thinks he's getting us off track, but nope, we're right onto it. The next scene we see is Riku running in the Realm of Darkness with his Kingdom Hearts 1 attire on. Yes, that's right, Kingdom Hearts 1 Riku is here. That means that 0.2 at least takes place during the time between Kingdom Hearts 1 and Chain of Memories. We then see Mickey with his weird particle effect around him, and he has like no attire or like no shirt, and it's exactly how his attire looks when closing the door to darkness in Kingdom Hearts 1, so this might be just before or just after the ending of Kingdom Hearts 1. Then we see Riku and Mickey in the present timeline with these big black briefcases. Like, it looks like they're closing up shop and moving away. And finally we get the huge moment in the trailer. We see a very familiar pair of size 23 feet running up the stairs and hear Goofy say, "You were gone a long time, what were you doing?" And that man replies, "Hehehe, it's a secret," which I have a theory on. If y'all want to check that, check the video in the description below. And then out of nowhere, Sora opens the door shouting, "I'm back!" as we fade into the Kingdom Hearts 2.8 logo, and with that, ending this analysis on the trailer. This has got to be the most hype trailer we have ever gotten. I cannot wait for next month. It's going to be absolutely amazing for games, for anime supers dubs coming next month. Man, I just can't wait. I'm going to be LPing 0.2 and possibly LPing Dream Drop Distance HD because I have got an Elgato HD 60, so maybe 60 frames per second is going to be good for this Let's Play, so hopefully I can do that without it falling through. But yep, that's the video, man. It's crazy. So if you guys like this video, please be sure to leave a like. It only takes 1 second of your time and very much helps me out. Please leave a comment as well. Please share this amongst your friends. I've been AzureAce, and thank you for coming to the video.
You have arrived. I'm here to tell you that if you don't subscribe to AzureAce for Dragon Ball, Kingdom Hearts, and Pokemon TCG content, you will wander forever in the darkness of your heart.